IVM.
Hey guys, even though Elon Musk is trying to turn everyone into robots, you'll be happy to know that very real human beings work at IVM Podcasts, and some of them are even cool. How do I know? Well, listen to their own podcast, IVM Likes, where they recommend what they are listening to, watching, or reading. Catch IVM Likes every Monday on iTunes, Stitcher, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. And may I recommend the IVM Podcasts app. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Geek Fruit Podcast. Today, it's me, Tejas, and Jishnu. Hi Jishnu.
Hello.
What's up?
Not much.
Yeah, you're right. That's why we're deciding to take a moment out of our regular programming, which is when we talk about something that is happening in the now.
Wow, well done.
Yeah, and
That was very professional.
what? Yeah,
Good save.
and we've decided to do one of our episodes where we talk about someone who we really like and whose work we enjoy. And today it is none other than Will Smith. Well, none other than doesn't really work, right? I mean, it could be anybody.
None? Oh, you mean the phrase none other than?
Yeah, none other than. I mean, like, this is not an obvious situation that it had to be Will Smith. It could be anybody. Literally, that's how this segment works.
This is true.
Yeah.
He's also the flavor of the month right now.
Yeah, he's in India.
Right.
He's in Bombay right now.
Is he still in Bombay?
I believe so.
Really?
Yeah.
I
He
thought he was just here to like take a photo and bounce.
No, man. He's shooting for Student of the Year 2.
Huh, but I thought that was done. Like, isn't it just like an item number where he's the item, he just shows up?
Oh my god, is that what it is?
I would imagine so.
I am quickly going to his Instagram and he's got some Insta stories up. And yeah, it's definitely... Wait.
This might take you a while.
He's gone. 3 days ago
Yeah.
he was in Dubai. So
Yeah, that's what I thought. He was he took a dump on the tallest toilet in the world.
And so did I. No, I didn't take a dump, but I've used the services of the restroom in the 145th floor.
It looked really cool. There was a bidet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, bidets, by the way.
I've never,
I think it's
Alright.
a Middle Eastern thing.
I know this is controversial, but I'm a toilet paper guy.
Man, that's because you grew up, you spent like, I don't know how many years in America.
Too many.
Yeah.
But
dude,
no,
toilet paper is
look, the
disgusting.
problem
Just
is-
use
no,
everything.
see,
You have to
the
use
problem
everything.
is, I was just thinking about this like an hour or two ago when we were at when we were getting lunch and I took a dump at the restaurant and they didn't have toilet paper.
Yeah,
And-
because it's a
Right,
good place.
Because it's But look, the thing about not using toilet paper is that you then have swamp ass,
Oh, God.
right? You have self-induced swamp ass.
Okay, can I explain something?
Can we say swamp ass? Should I say swamp ass one more
Okay,
time?
1 second, hold on. Okay, I think the right way is all the ways. You gotta use everything. You gotta use the jet spray,
Jesus,
the
then-
health faucet as they call it. Then you
That's
gotta
just spoiled then.
No, but dude, it's not spoiled. That's
you're
only
you're
clean.
totally right. That is very clean. Then the ideal thing is after you take a dump, every time you should go in the shower. And then
That's
you're full clean.
why I plan
Yes.
mine around the shower.
Totally, yes, I
Yeah.
agree with you. But if given the choice, like
Oh my
for instance, I texted you, I took a dump in a fallout shelter of a toilet, and if that was my last ever poop, I would prefer it be if I had to pick for my last ever poop, I would rather have toilet paper than swamp ass.
Okay, all right.
Because I don't want to die with swamp ass. Can you imagine that?
You can't die with it.
No, but if it's my last ever
Or
poop.
if it's your last... Why? What are you, Elvis? Like dying around the
No,
toilet?
I mean like I'm on death row and they give you one last meal and one last poop if they were gentlemen about it.
Yeah, they
Then-
do, I think. Because
yeah.
if you get electrocuted, it's not good for the
Yeah, because the minute you
business.
die, you poop,
Yeah.
right? So you
Oh,
should take a poop before you die. So what I'm getting at is, I would like it to be a toilet paper.
Oh man, I just had lunch also. Okay, cool. So, riveting section and we've lost everybody. But coming back, before we get to talking about Will Smith and his wonderful career and all the things that he's done and accomplished, before that, we'll take a moment to pimp something out, which is our Halloween party. What's it called?
Super scary, awesome.
Yes, and to the point. So Super Scary Awesome is happening on the 31st. Obviously, that's when Halloween is. It's on a Wednesday night. It's above the Habitat in Car in Bombay. Sorry for everybody else who is listening to this from afar. But you can definitely find videos of it after the fact. And before the fact, come dressed up. It's a costume mandatory kind of thing. So come dressed up, and there's going to be a Disney tribute by Jishnu, Dinkar, myself, and a ton of our musical friends. And we're going to be playing songs from movies that you like, and probably not going to be playing songs from movies that you like because it's impossible to accommodate everybody's requests. Is that fair?
That's fair. There are a lot of Disney movies.
We're gonna have to open the set by saying, "Yo, we're not gonna be playing probably the one that you want to listen to." Yeah.
1 hour is not very long to accommodate all of Disney's music.
Not just that. These songs are tough, and we are not professionals.
Yeah, I don't have the time for this, guys.
We don't have all the time to. We don't have
this party is one big joke that ran away with itself.
Yeah, so true. We did not think of it when we said we wanted to do it, and also I don't have a 40 piece string section in my back pocket. So how about that? All right. Coming back, Will Smith. Why did we pick Will Smith today, Jishnu? Is it because he's the flavor of the month?
Yeah, and we didn't want to talk about anything else happening.
Yeah,
so.
Venom left such a amazing taste in Jishnu's mouth and not so much in mine that we decided to do something equally non-relevant.
Committal.
Yes, committal is a good word. Yeah. So Will Smith, in fact, we have some Suicide Squad coasters on the table. We had a Will Smith round. I remember.
Wait.
So Will Smith is quite.
What are these doodles on the back of the post?
This is just what guests do when they're in the studio at IVM.
Janam, people have been defecating on... Not defecating.
You're all about that today, aren't you?
What's the word?
Vandalizing.
Vandalizing our merchandise. This isn't even our merchandise.
That one says Tejas, sir.
Tejas, sir? Well, it's not me. The other Tejas, who works at IVM.
Ah.
Yes.
This one has a crucifix on it.
Yeah.
Why is there a crucifix?
I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, so I just wanted to say that Will Smith has been a big part of our lives. He's a big part of the pop culture, universe.
Right.
Because he's raked in a lot of that nerd money.
He's the biggest selling summer blockbuster dude.
Yeah.
His movies never fail.
Well, not anymore.
Fiscally. Not since like the late 90s.
Yeah, he was a bona fide, reliable, movie star, like an A-lister.
Even if you make movie as Men in Black 2, it's still gonna sell.
It did sell.
Exactly. So even though it doesn't get critical acclaim, people will still be like, it's Will Smith, I'm gonna go see it. And they'll enjoy themselves enough to be like, I don't mind that I spent 90 minutes with Will Smith.
And here's the thing about Will Smith. It's because whether the movie is good or bad, he is extremely watchable and very, very reliable. As an actor, like, that you're going to get your entertainment, let's say, or he's going to deliver. It's like Denzel Washington. I don't think Denzel Washington has ever given a bad performance in his life.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. And Will Smith, he may have done some duds in terms of movies, but he's always entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Totally.
Because you're going to watch Will Smith. It's one of those things where he's not really playing a character, he's just playing Will Smith. Mm-hmm. And Will Smith is always a great guy to watch. He's quite entertaining.
Pretty much.
Which is why his most recent endeavor in starting his own Instagram and YouTube channel with all that content that he puts out is a genius of an idea. In fact, that's probably more riveting than his movies. Some of the movies. Yeah, like would you watch Bright on Netflix or watch Will Smith jump out of a helicopter, doing a bungee jump at the age of 50?
I didn't watch either of them.
Oh, man, of course you did. You watched the jump.
No,
I mean, on Instagram you saw it.
Nope. I saw an after interview.
Oh, okay, cool.
He was like, oh, that was so exciting. I was like, was it?
It was exciting.
I guess.
I didn't watch it live. I didn't watch it live, but it was exciting. I mean, it's cool to watch this guy, man. He's had a fascinating life, of which now we shall go through.
Yep.
But anything else you want to say? We'll take a short break and then maybe dive into his lengthy list of filmography. But
he is so cool that it doesn't matter that his middle name is Carol.
What?
Yep.
Also, his first name is Willard.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the second.
It doesn't matter.
He's the second, though. Willard Smith the second. All right, cool. So we'll take a short break, come back and start at the very beginning. A very good place to start, I believe.
Yeah. It's IVM here. Let's go. We the IVM kids on the block over here. Just to talk, taking a break from producing all day, coming on this podcast cause we got stuff to say. IVM Daily is the name of the show. Monday to Friday, we ready to go. Talking about stuff in our head. We might even talk about our favorite bread. Signing out, it's IVM here, the podcast network that's in your ear.
Catch IVM Daily Monday to Friday on the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, we're back. We're talking about Will Smith and his career. Tell me, are you going to list off stuff and then we're going to go through his life and
we can begin at the most obvious.
Okay, what is the most obvious for you?
The Fresh Prince?
No, that's what I was going to say.
No, like his music.
His music is
the Fresh Prince music.
Oh, not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Not the
with DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it wasn't long after that it became the music, right? I mean, that became the TV show.
The TV show, yeah.
Because it started as like a music video, which then became the show.
I think he was still in school when he decided to drop.
Yeah, he was a teen. Somewhere in his teens.
Yeah, and he basically made a bunch of money in Philadelphia because he became this super hit guy. He released songs like Summertime, and he was quite the heartthrob at that age. And then he was so spendthrifty that he owed the IRS like about $2.8 million, and so he decided he had no other choice but to go with NBC on the sitcom, and he spent the first 3 years paying them back $2.8 million.
He began in 86.
Yeah.
Come early 90s.
How old is he?
He's on the TV show. How old is he? That's a
That's
a very easy question to answer,
he's 50,
which I don't
right.
have the answer to.
No, he's 50. He just did the
50?
jump. Yeah. That was the whole jump. Yeah, correct. He is 50
See,
years
if I'd
old.
watched that, I would have known that.
Yeah, he did it because he was turning 50 and wanted to do something young and dangerous. Yeah.
Anywho. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we all know we all love
Fresh Prince.
The Fresh Prince. Do you have a favorite moment? Because I have a clear winner, which is my go-to episode if I ever need to, like, indulge.
I've not seen it in a while, but I think maybe... I don't know about a favorite moment, but I definitely found it weird when they had to change Auntie Vivian.
Yeah, and nobody mentions it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing as when Uncle Jesse changes his surname in Full House from Cochran to Katsopoulos.
Why did they do that
I
again?
have no idea. He changed his hairstyle and came back for another season, and somehow he was Katsopoulos.
That's bizarre.
Whatever reason.
Well, obviously, in this case, I mean, the actress passed away, right? Yeah, so
that's a pretty
why
good
they had
reason.
I mean, yeah,
That's
but...
a pretty damn good reason.
Yeah, I mean, so they had to kind of do it seamlessly, but it was weird. This is also the one this is the Quincy show, right? This is what Quincy did for he produced the show.
He found him and he
discovered
kept him in there, and he drives the cab.
Yeah, exactly.
The theme song.
That's true, yeah.
But to that end, my absolute favorite moment, hands down, which has such amazing rewatch value once you are reminded of the fact that Uncle Phil was Shredder, the voice of Shredder.
Yes, he was.
James Avery,
yeah, he's great.
There's an episode, I think it's season 3, maybe 2. At this point, Will is... Do you remember the era when he's wearing his school uniform blazer inside out?
Yeah,
and it's it looks like a curtain, right?
Yeah, because of the plaid.
Because of the plaid, the inside stuff. But so there's a moment where the plot of the episode is that Ashley, baby sister,
correct,
is getting bullied. And so Will teaches her how to like stand up to a bully and like, slick like ghetto moves to try and scare her into thinking that she's tougher than she is.
Right.
And then the bully's parents get invited, and Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian are like, listen, Ashley, we should handle this like adults. We're going to call her parents over. We're going to talk this out. I'm sure everything's fine. It's not as bad as you're making it out to be. You're not getting bullied. Mm-hmm. And then the parents come, and the parents are equally dicks. And then there's... I can't do it justice, but there's an amazing Your Mama joke.
Oh, nice.
And it's retorted with Uncle Phil slapping the living daylights out of this guy.
Oh, nice.
And when you know it's Shredder,
and
you just close your eyes and just imagine Shredder doing it, and then you open your eyes and then you see Will Smith and Uncle Phil side by side, like basically beating up a 50-year-old man. It's quite a
that's
sight.
awesome. Fair enough.
I would recommend season 3.
Man,
it's the best.
Season 3 is the best? That's the last season before...
No. There's like some 5
There's
seasons.
6 seasons. No, I'm saying before Vivian changes, yeah. What is the butler's name?
Jeffrey,
yes. Man, he's my favorite. Him and Carlton, I guess. But yeah, amazing. Solid. Great show. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Did you see what this guy did? Man, I know this is a stupid thing, but I wanted to show you something. But it's like a guy who made like an animated version of the cast. Like it's like it almost looks like a Disney or like a Cartoon Network cartoon version of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and an animator guy, like just like a normal designer on Instagram did it, and then like Will Smith kind of reposted it, and like everyone suddenly had an interest in like, whoa, what if we made like a animated version of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? And I would watch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you put money on a reboot happening? I mean, James Avery has passed away sadly, so I mean, that's a big hole.
With Jaden Smith?
Maybe.
Does he have to take all his dad's roles? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, basically,
that's pretty cool.
It would be cool. Yeah, I'm just, there's a link of it on his Instagram, but check it out. A reboot?
They've tried everything. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's just another thing for Will Smith to do, I suppose.
Yeah.
But he did opt out of the Independence Day reboot.
Right.
So
Very smartly.
He's not just arbitrary when it comes to his decisions, even though he is jumping out of a
He's
helicopter.
literally just jumping out of a plane.
Yeah. But, it is close to his heart because obviously it was the first thing that taught him how to act, and, he made so many great connections and pretty much became an overnight star with that sitcom. So I'm sure he would tread carefully with it, I suppose, yeah. But who would act as a young Will?
Would it be... Okay, so do you think plot-wise it would be
Will
Will is now the Uncle Phil?
Uncle, yeah, pretty much.
He's the uncle, so he's got to take care of a kid.
He wouldn't go back to TV though. He won't go back to TV.
It'll be a Netflix series. It'll be like
limited.
Yeah,
series.
it'll be like it'll be a 6-month-long commitment for him, and then he's
I'll-
done.
I'll
It'll be
watch
like a movie.
I'll
It'll
watch the
function
shit
for him
out
like
of
a
it.
movie.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah,
I'd bait
yeah.
the crap out of that.
Yeah.
But then would he redo the theme song?
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
update
yeah,
it.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Or would Carly Rae Jepsen update it like she did for Full House, and that's a
Oh god.
fucking travesty.
Is it?
Have you not heard it?
No, I've not
Good.
heard it.
Keep it that way. It makes you cry.
Because I just saw this one thing where somebody took the ending of Predator, and the ending. You've seen Predator, right? The first Predator.
Yeah.
So basically, when the movie
Not in ages, so
tread
softly.
the end. No, it's just the credits.
Yeah.
So when the movie ends and it cuts to black, and then the credits come, it's not like a typical scroll. It's basically the entire cast, like outtakes of the cast looking into camera
right.
and like smiling,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's got their names, and somebody put the Full House theme under it. And it's brilliant because it just looks like
Yeah, totally.
it's a Full House kind of thing. It was great. So that was the last I heard the Full House theme, and we've been trying to cover that for some time.
I play it all the time.
Yeah. All right.
Anywho.
Next, what came after?
Okay, so
Are we going through the hits like that
here's the
GQ
thing.
show?
The guy has done, as far as IMDb is concerned, he's done 78 on-screen appearances
All right.
as an actor.
So I have an idea.
We don't have time for that.
Hot takes.
Yep.
But we'll stop for
We'll stop
the
at-
memorable
yeah,
ones.
okay.
All right, go. Hit me.
So the first big one right after this, whatchamacallit, Fresh Prince Wrapped.
Yeah.
Actually, not after. The last year. So
Okay.
Fresh Prince was 1990 to 96.
Correct.
In 95, Bad Boys.
Oh, now which is coming back with Bad Boys for Life.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Classic. I mean, if anything, it was not the first Will Smith movie I've seen because I saw something later. I saw probably Independence Day and then went
It
back
came
to
out
it.
1 year after the fact.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, great movie. I actually prefer Bad Boys too because that was when I was growing up, so that's my jam.
Likewise.
And also, yeah, it's a great movie, man. And I love Martin Lawrence. I think he was damn funny. So, yeah, solid.
Okay, so here, I'm just going to rattle off. I'm going to rattle off 4 movies.
Yeah.
Was it 4 or is it 5?
What is the movie he did? A Different World or something like that? Is it that? He did one movie where he met his first wife, which I thought was pertinent for us to discuss.
I have no idea.
He met his first wife on that one movie, and they
What
got
is that
married.
one movie called?
Something different place, different world, something. I don't know, some of that.
I'll keep an eye out. Like I said, this is an extensive list, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll get there.
So, why it's important is because he had his first kid, who's Trey, who's in Just the Two of Us, which is the music video that he released. Will Smith, he has a kid with him. That's his son. That's Trey Smith. There we go.
Okay,
I love that song as well.
Take that fact and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, 90 to 96, he's doing Fresh Prince, right?
Yeah.
He starts his big movie breakout is in the last year.
Yeah.
Or second last year, 95.
Yeah.
95 is Bad Boys, 96 is Independence Day,
Damn.
97 is Men in Black, 98 is Enemy of the State,
Damn.
and 99 is Wild Wild West.
Okay.
So apart from Wild Wild West, the second he leaves the TV studio,
He's a star.
He's in the biggest movies that he could be in at the time.
And each one is like growing,
funniest thing, they each get exponentially bigger. But the funny thing to think about is that in Fresh Prince, when he starts off, like at least for the first 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
he's a tall, scrawny looking guy.
Yeah.
And then at some point he just gets jacked.
Buff.
And if you
Yeah.
watch it, you'll notice his clothes just get bigger to hide the fact. Because
Yeah, he
he's in
becomes,
like full action star
baggy
mode.
clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he just he just bought a bigger wardrobe.
And it's good because the baggy clothes were in back then, so it was
guess
fine.
so.
Yeah, it was totally in character.
Yeah, but so it doesn't stop there. So 99 is Wild Wild West. 2001 is Ali.
Man, you know what is
he
so
just
special
doesn't-
about...
And then 2002 is Men in Black 2.
Here's,
he just doesn't give up.
Until Men in Black 2, here's what's really insane. He does so many different genres. He didn't confine himself to one single thing, which is what is generally what you'd see happen in like a Bollywood kind of situation, or generally like a dramatic actor wants to kind of but if you want to be a blockbuster guy, you're going to have to kind of like do different. So he's done like action in Bad Boys. He does like science fiction, action, whatever, cataclysmic film, Bad Boy in Independence Day. Wild Wild West is like a western. He's done Enemy of the State, which is actually really good. This is the one with Gene Hackman. Yeah, solid political thriller.
He's a great. Not only, I mean, obviously he was introduced as a hilarious comedic actor, charismatic as all hell.
Yeah.
But he's also a really good dramatic actor, and that kind of puts him in a very unique position. I think of him sort of as a better Tom Cruise, because he's a great action star. The minute he walks onto the set, the minute he walks into frame, it's like, all right, he's the center of attention at all times.
He steals the show, always, pretty much always.
So obviously, not only does he have the box office figures behind him, but he also has like the respect of being a really good actor, no matter what position you put him in.
So I'll say this:
he's never had a weak performance. He might have had like bad movies where like the script itself, or like a Hitch or something where it's like,
hey, I love Hitch.
It's fine.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Okay, 1 second.
In the grand scheme of 78 movies,
I'm going to stop you right there.
Hitch is nowhere in the top.
Hitch is one of his greatest films. I'll tell you what we'll do at the end of this episode.
How much irony are you saying that?
No, I'll tell you what. At the end of this episode, we are going to talk.
Any movie with Kevin James in it can only get so far.
Dude, that's one of Kevin James' best movies, for sure.
That's not saying much. Okay? That's my point.
I want to say this. We will count down his top 5 films, and then we're going to call our favorite films from it, right? All right. But having said that, I think Hitch was his first Overbrook film, which is his company. Westbrook, sorry. Was
it?
Yeah, I think, yeah. But yeah, man, hey, dude, it's a great film. Still, and here's why.
It's a good film.
Okay, here's why I really love this film. Can I give you the reasoning?
It's a good film. I'll give you that.
Here's why.
It's good.
I used to own
with a small G.
I used to own a PSP, which is a PlayStation Portable, and used to have UMDs, which are the Universal Media Discs, and you could play games and stuff, but they used to also sell movies on that. And I had Hitch for the PlayStation Portable, and every night I would watch that movie over and over again when I was in school.
I think therein lies the problem. You watch it on a small screen, so like most of the shit was ignored. Like the screen was too small to like keep the tripe.
1 second. It's a perfectly good rom-com.
It's a good film.
It's a perfectly good rom-com, I'm saying.
Good.
For a rom-com, it's great.
I don't think I've ever said the word good this much before, but it's a good film.
Okay, then, anywho. Where were we? To come back to the Tom Cruise thing, I think Tom Cruise is a better action star, but you're right. He doesn't have the dramatic chops that Will Smith does. Yeah, and here's the thing about Will Smith. You can't ask Will Smith to be like a Daniel Day-Lewis, right? Like, he can't transform, except in Ali he really did.
Like Hell, Pursuit of Happiness.
Still pretty Will Smith.
He's very Will Smith, but I think he hasn't chosen to try that.
But here's the thing,
nor has
being
Tom
Will
Cruise.
Smith, being Harrison Ford, is enough for the screen. You can watch him over and over again. It's great.
Yeah, look, after a point, when you've seen somebody on screen so much, in always, I think 95% of the time he's the lead character.
Correct.
It's all around him.
Yeah.
So after a point, much like with Harrison Ford, remember that feeling when we saw Blade Runner 2049?
I know what you mean.
He walks onto frame and like, oh, that's the Star Wars move again. That's like the Chewie we're home, but set in a Blade Runner context.
Now, tell me something. It'll still happen to Will Smith, right? Like the moment you see Will Smith in Suicide Squad, which you're trying to it doesn't take you out of the universe as much as it's like, all right, cool, now shit's about to go down.
Yeah, we're in safe hands.
Yeah, because Will Smith is here.
Yeah,
so it's the same effect, I feel like, that he has,
But what I'm getting at is, I think a nuance is that Tom Cruise is, I'm not disrespecting Tom Cruise. He's amazing what he does, but I think he's a lot more limited than...
As an actor, sure.
Yeah, but probably by design. Like, he's chosen roles that are very similar to each other. Will Smith at least has...
1 second. No, I will disagree there. Tom Cruise has had a variety of roles. He's done so many different roles. He's done Valkyrie, which is really good.
We can when you've done 100 movies, there will be some. But what I'm getting at is...
Few Good Men, Jerry Maguire.
He maintains...
so many good
For the
movies.
last, 2 decades.
Vanilla
he's maintained
Sky.
the same... For the last 2 decades, he's maintained, a relatively similar type of movie that he's in. Okay. All these movies named are from the 90s. We're in 2018.
No, it's not. Vanilla Sky is not from the 90s.
2000 and something, 2002,
You said last 2 decades, which is that?
Potato. What I'm getting at is, I think Will Smith is looking, he's trying harder to expand his reach, which is why he's playing an 18-year-old's game of being an Instagram guy now.
Yeah, I agree.
What I mean?
But I will say
it's brave,
also...
It's bold as all hell.
Will Smith is still playing I was surprised when he did Suicide Squad because I was surprised that he would be part of an ensemble cast, which will take him out.
You're not going to see Tom
cool.
Cruise do that.
He has done that.
Lately?
He was in Tropic Thunder, he did that. He plays Les Grossman.
Fair play.
Amazing role.
That was fantastic.
He's solid, yeah.
Did I tell you about my viewing experience with that movie?
No, it was straight after Dark Knight. I remember it came out.
So,
yeah.
quick aside. No such thing in our show, but an aside nonetheless. I was in the States on vacation, I think, and had a day to ourselves. Decided to go see a movie with my brother and a friend. Didn't know what I was going to see. Tropic Thunder. I was like, I hadn't even heard of it, I think.
Okay.
I just saw the names. I was like, oh, this will be cool, I guess. I go to sit down.
You go alone?
No, I'm with my brother.
Oh, with
and
your
a
brother.
friend.
Oh, fine, okay.
I sit down, and you know how the movie begins with those fake trailers?
Correct, yeah.
I didn't know that
What
they were
this-
fake trailers
Yeah.
until the very end of the film. So it was so beautifully meta that it completely did me over, and that movie just won the year for me because
Dude, it's amazing. It's
because
one
I
of my
went in
favorites.
blind. It was such a cool movie to see blind, like without having a clue what the movie was about at all.
Nice.
All I saw was a poster of like
How
dudes.
do you not know about it? But they pitched
know.
it so heavily as the antithesis to The Dark Knight, which is the same year. It's,
Really?
it's the movie that
Yeah,
toppled Dark Knight.
I didn't know that at all.
It's the movie that toppled Dark Knight from the number one spot.
I
like
didn't know that
after I don't know how many
until
weeks.
5 seconds ago. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But it was so that's how they made it like anyway.
But anywho, so when I see Tom Cruise show up in a fat suit, I was just
Man,
like,
it's genius.
This is something else.
Yeah.
Anywho, that being said, Independence Day. To get back to our timeline, Independence
Yes.
Day was I think that was the first movie I saw him in.
Yeah, same.
Before, I mean, I saw
After
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince, yeah.
I saw Fresh Prince on TV maybe 4 or 5 years after I saw Independence Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I saw Independence Day, then I saw Men in Black, and then probably straight to Fresh Prince. Like, because I saw Independence Day when I was like 5. My mom or my dad, whoever was with me,
Right.
like closed my eyes
For which
during
movie?
the first alien attack when they're in the lab.
Correct.
And the alien, like,
and
bursts out.
this guy, what's his name? Is it Brent Spiner?
Yeah, Brent Spiner.
Yeah,
he gets whatever. He gets killed.
He gets so.
Because my brother saw the movie and my folks like, oh, is it cool for Jishnu
Yeah.
to see it? And he was like, yeah, it's really fine. He's like 6 years older than me. He's like, yeah, it's really fine. I was maybe 6. He was probably 12 or 13.
Oh shit.
And right when that happened, like,
But so you didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
So you don't know whether you would have been really scared or not?
I don't think I would have been.
Man, dude, I've been terrified. Like
Really?
my
That
brother,
movie?
no, not this movie, but my brother showed me Aliens when I was Alien when I was 5
I
years
think
old.
Alien is far
It's
scarier.
yeah, it scarred me. For
It's
life.
meant to be scary.
Yeah.
Independence Day is like,
Yeah, that's true. It's not that,
It's
but it has some
thrills.
jump scares. That's the
it does.
the glass thing. Yeah.
See, the dude is scarier than the alien. The
Yes.
alien is not that bad.
Yeah.
But anywho.
And they're also welcomed to Earth, so it's not that scary after that.
Another game you could try playing
Okay.
is if I name a Will Smith movie, give me
The
give
plot?
Me, give me the one punchline.
Punchline?
Yeah, the one punchline.
I can
sums
tell
it
you
up.
for a few movies. I can't tell you for Wild Wild West. I can't remember it.
I'm
as well.
sorry.
What?
From Wild Wild West.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
No, I think they all apologized for that movie.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. No, I can tell you the one from my favorite Will Smith, one of my favorite Will Smith movies, which is I, Robot.
Tell it.
Where he goes like, "Ach, I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit." That's like one of my favorites.
But speaking of Fire Robots, so we
Yeah.
were 2001 is Ali, 2002 is Men in Black 2, 2003. Oh, sorry, 2000.
Are we going to talk about 2002's Men in Black 2, which is a travesty of a film?
Sure.
It's a travesty.
All right,
It's
cool.
it's so bad.
Good
okay.
talk.
Who's the villain in it, man?
I don't know.
We know
I've
that's
seen it. I
okay.
don't-
The first Men in
Oh
Black.
no! What's her face?
Somebody we know,
the-
man.
A woman from The Practice. That's how I knew her at the time.
Oh my gosh.
Lara
Okay.
Flynn Boyle.
Well done.
I'm amazed that I
Man,
that
The
I
Practice
spat
is
that out.
such a good show. Also, yeah.
Did you actually watch it?
Yeah, it was great. I was tripping on the Boston Legal, The Practice, and there was one more which I used to watch. Boston Public, probably.
Boston Public was the show I watched.
Solid show.
Jerry Ryan, so hot. Whatever happened to her? What happened?
I don't know.
She just fell off the planet.
Became Boston Private.
Anyway, 2003, Bad Boys 2, The Superior Bad Boys. By
Man,
far,
yeah,
right?
because of one scene and one scene alone, where he knows that Martin Lawrence finds out that Will Smith is dating his sister.
Right.
The best.
No, is that the shot me in the ass one?
Is it? Yeah, I think so.
It might be.
Yeah. Can't remember. But,
Anyway.
I mean, I just remember
Also,
it being so funny.
my
and
only
really-
recollection of that movie again, because 2003, I would have been maybe 14.
Did you have
13,
to watch a
14
lot
years
of
old?
these movies without your parents
Yes.
knowing?
So
Yes.
so the thing is, you were in Dubai at the time, right?
Yeah.
So did you get these movies on the
VCDs,
television?
bro, on the VCDs.
Yes. So I had a horrible pirated version of it,
Correct.
probably like a cam rip or something. So I've only seen this movie in crappy
Same.
cam quality.
Yeah.
I need to
I
rewatch
think-
this
I
movie
think
and
there's
like
an entire era of films that I've only watched
pretty much.
like that
I
way.
think a lot of these movies that we just mentioned, I've only seen in shitty VCD
Yeah.
with like
And that's
Chinese
the memory,
subtitles.
yeah.
That's all I can remember. Like most of the frame is just some foreign East
And
Asian language.
Some
Yeah.
hard-coded
Some
cam print.
nonsense.
My God.
Anywho, so 2003 is Bad Boys 2, 2004 is iRobot. The guy just doesn't stop. 2004 also was Shark
But he was
Tale,
only doing one movie a year.
which is a lot, all things considered, considering these are giant productions,
fair
which he's
enough.
the main guy for. It's not like
That's
he
true.
comes in for
And
like
he has to
1
do
week.
press junket, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
exactly. So like, it's not like he phoned it in. Like he's got to like hold the movie.
Yeah,
for
and,
all these
and these
movies.
are all like specific choices. Like it's not just like let's
Yeah.
do this film and blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah.
Except maybe Shark Tale was kind of like
Which I
an
was just about to
easy
say.
one. I liked Shark Tale. You know, it was one of the lesser bad DreamWorks movies.
Okay, in Hitch's defense,
Okay, wait. What year was Hitch?
here's the
2005.
thing. So 2004 was iRobot.
Best.
2004 was Shark Tale.
Man, we have to talk about iRobot.
And
dude.
because Shark Tale was kind of a meh, it's probably because he was writing Hitch, which was 2005.
he wrote the movie, yeah.
Let's ask our.
But
Let's phone a friend.
I wanna friend a phone.
I'm friending my phone, and my phone is not friending me back.
No, okay, but 1 second. We have to talk about iRobot, man.
What about it?
It's so good. It's one of my favorites. I love that movie, man. I think Alan Tudyk plays Sonny, the robot.
He did
in
not
that.
write Hitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So does that make it better or worse for you?
It's more
If he-
redeeming.
If he does,
He is redeemed.
He is redeemed,
Yeah.
not the movie.
Yeah.
But dude, iRobot easily one of my top 5 Will Smith movies. But anyway,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
All right. To continue with.
Yes.
Yeah. So 2005 is Hitch. That was, if you think about it, it's like at least 5 years since his last full-blown comedy.
What was his last full?
If you
film?
count
Bad
Men in
Boys.
Black.
But Bad Boys is a comedy. It's an action
action
comedy.
comedy.
Buddy cop.
Right. But it's pretty damn action.
And it's so
It's like
funny
it's
also.
super action. It's more action than
funny.
your usual buddy cops, you know?
But he doesn't do comedy, straight up comedies, man. He does action films and then he puts comedy into it by being Will Smith. That's his whole thing. That's his whole jam, man. I'll tell you
Okay.
what. You know what? Let us take a short break
Mm-hmm.
and come back and complete the latter half of his career. And then we will talk about the other cool things that he's doing, which are not in movies. How about that?
No, we're going to do one more and then we'll take a break. So, 2006 was The Pursuit of Happiness, which is a complete left turn to the Hitch.
Yeah, it's a drama film. It was his Oscar turn. He wanted
Yeah.
to do the Oscar movie.
And did he get anywhere with that?
He got nominated.
He did, didn't
He got nominated for Ali as well, if I'm not mistaken.
he? This is true.
Yes. And did he win? He's not an Oscar
No,
winner,
he's not,
right?
he's not.
I think he's got eye on the prize.
it's gonna
Do you think
happen.
he's got his eye on the prize? I don't think so.
I don't think he's like...
I don't think he cares.
He's not DiCaprioing it.
He's not.
He's not like bleeding
I think
for it,
he
literally.
tried and he didn't get it, and now he's chill about it, but he's gonna make a move at some point. 100%. I think that's his thing. He wants to do it. 100%. Alright, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back after this.
Hey everybody, it's another great week on IVM Podcast. If you're not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, please remember to tell a friend about podcasting. We really want you to spread the word. You are our biggest ambassadors, I tell you every week. This week on Cyrus Says, we have creative director and producer Joel Pereira. Joel talks about working across platforms like TV, print, and digital. On Simplified this week, Chuck, Naren, and Trika do an episode on China and its relationship with India and other neighboring countries. On The Scene and the Unseen, Amit Verma decodes the IL&FS crisis, India's banking system and regulatory regime with journalist Vivek Kaul and economist Ashutosh Dattar. This week on Shunya One, Sheila Ditya and I talked to Sanket Shah about InVideo and the amazing journey that they've had over there. On Geek Fruit, Jishnu and Tejas embark on a hot take fiesta of Will Smith's entire career and give the definitive ranking of all his movies. On the Kinetic Living podcast, Coach Swurmi spoke to Ashton Doctor, who is a habit coach. Listen to this episode to find out his interesting insights on eating fruits. And with that, let's go on with your shows.
We're back. We're talking about Will Smith and his career, and we're doing some hot takes. Alright, hit me.
All right, we were at 2006. 2007,
Yeah.
after Pursuit of Happiness, after all that...
1 second. Pursuit of
Wow.
Happiness, man.
What about
a
it?
great movie.
Amazing movie.
But
What?
I was a little upset that the whole movie is the Pursuit of Happiness the pursuit of him getting a job.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is happiness
No, not getting a job. He
job?
has a job. It's a
No,
him, maintaining...
the internship, right? Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, so I guess getting a job. But he has the internship if you count that as a job. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's more of creating a life for his kid.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
more like
Yeah.
making sure that his kid has a future.
Man, 2 scenes that like hit me in this movie.
Crying in the bathroom?
Man,
Yeah.
obviously, that's hard.
Yeah,
that was
that's
super
rough.
hard, right?
That's rough.
That one and the end, dude. The end where he walks out and he's got the job and he's just like super chill about it, and then he walks out and he's just clapping his hands in midair. Like the whole, the whole public is going, he's just like, I did it! Right? I didn't say that, but that's what it feels like, and it's good. But, and that's also, by the way, interesting fact. Jaden Smith's best performance.
He just had to be cute. He just had to stand there and be like, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. And also, another interesting fact, he does know how to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Who?
Will Smith.
Willard?
Yeah, Willard, just a second. He knows how to solve a Rubik's Cube. He does it for the movie, right? That's the that's the whole Chris Gardner story, right? That he solves it in that in the interview in the car. But yeah, he actually can do it. He's done it on public television as well.
Fair play.
Yeah. Cool guy. Yeah.
So 2006 is Pursuit of Happiness. 2007 is again Sharp Left Turn, back to form that we know him for.
Let me guess.
I Am a Legend.
Oh, dude, this is an amazing film. It's like, as a zombie enthusiast, like this is a classic.
Nah.
No, dude, I love this movie. I love this movie. It was really good.
It's a
solid
it's a solid movie.
It's a great zombie movie.
I don't love the movie,
dude. Okay, but
I saw it just the one time and I'm okay.
But you're not into that vibe, are you?
Yeah, and I'm not really.
Yeah, it's great. It's got some good scenes.
Like, I love...
1 second.
I love Will Smith in general.
This movie has made me cry also.
Here's the weird thing about my relationship with Will Smith. Will and I, we go way back. But he's my boy.
Yeah.
Yet...
What is your best version of Will Smith?
Independence Day.
Okay, I see.
But
so
now
action.
But the thing is, I also know that I love it because of nostalgia's sake, because it was like the first time I saw the dude and I was just like, wow, love at first sight.
Correct. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
Will Smith,
but since then, there's no real movie I can think of where he's knocked it out of the park quite as much for me. It's always been... But that being said, he is consistently such a good time that it's always safe. I'm never disappointed by any movie he's in. You know what I mean? So he's consistent.
You're talking
yet
about
he's
him like,
never like
he's like a Major League Baseball player, which is cool.
Which is literally that's why box office numbers operate.
Yeah.
People place bets on their cast that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like he's always consistent.
Wait, I'm sure there's still some movie that we're missing that we'll get to that you will have said that it was as good as Independence Day, probably.
We'll find out.
Let's see.
Because the next movie is not it.
Okay, which is?
Hancock.
Okay, so let's talk about Hancock, okay? I feel this is a squandered movie, all right? The first half of this movie is genius. It's really good because it takes a spin on the genre, which if we had now would be even more relevant, right? Because this is back then when the superhero movies were just about getting their
2008, Iron Man came out.
Yeah, and this was a movie that was saying that, hey, superheroes can be idiots also, right? Like, and like what Venom failed to do, but you don't consider. But like that, Hancock is like this, just like a sloppy hero, and he has potential. And then they screwed it up by making the entire ending about, with their angels, and then
is that the end?
Charlize Theron. Have you not seen this movie?
I have. I've forgotten.
Yeah, that's the
thing.
That's the problem with this movie.
It was incredibly forgettable.
It's really good until this ending, which is really stupid. And then it kind of, the first half is really good. Then that's it. All right.
It was a mistake. But...
No, it's not. It was a good attempt. It was. They tried to do something. Yeah, I think so. I think give it a shot again. Like, there's some parts which are pretty funny.
Dude,
and
I still have to get through Luke Cage. I don't have time for Hancock.
Dude, you're almost done with Luke Cage.
I know, and I have no desire to finish it, but I have to because I have this damn job.
Wait, Iron Fist is cancelled, so we can.
So I can watch it my own damn time.
Yeah. All right.
Next up, 7 pounds.
I
haven't seen this movie.
1 second.
I haven't seen this movie.
Okay. I guessed the ending of this movie in the first 5 minutes of this movie.
So say no more because I haven't seen it.
That's all I'll say.
But
and I'll say that
good or no?
This is the movie that he wanted, yet another Oscar, Oscar bait kind of movie. It's a fully dramatic movie about how he's basically going to visit people who have all lost somebody in their lives. And that's the plot, essentially. And that's all I'll say. But yeah, I could guess the ending in the first 10 minutes, and because of that, kind of made the movie kind of a little bit of a slog for me because I knew which way it was going. And it's got a pretty bizarre as ending. Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so the next one is Men in Black 3.
Actually enjoyed this movie. You know why?
Not that bad.
I mean, of course, Will Smith's got to do with it, but it's my boy Josh, dude. Josh Brolin is Tommy Lee Jones, like young Tommy Lee Jones. It's insane how similar.
He was very good.
He did such a good job.
That might have been the first time I'd seen Josh Brolin.
What? No.
I mean,
he's been in a ton of stuff.
What else has he been in before that I might have seen?
In the DC Comics movie, man. Was this before or after? It was before.
We're talking 2012.
Yeah.
Anything before that?
Yeah, definitely.
I know he's done movies.
He's done
I just
like,
don't know which one.
Yeah, he's done. I can't remember at this point, but
Yeah.
like he's done a bunch of movies. I can't tell you what. But
Anywho.
yeah,
Cool.
So
He's
he's excellent.
That movie redeemed it. I would be totally down for Men in Black 4.
You know why it's really good though? This movie is because they put a nice little circle to the entire Men in Black timeline.
What did they
Because it's got time travel as a big part of it, and because of that, we get to see Jay's history as a young boy in Cape Canaveral and things like that, and how this guy actually entered his life. And it's like a little time loop. But it's cool.
It's neat.
Yeah, it was very neatly done.
We skimmed over Men in Black 1, but I think at the time, it felt like quite a game changer.
Also, let's not forget the soundtrack.
Great
Will
jam.
Smith will always find
Great
a way
jam.
to put his music into it.
jam.
Cleanest guy ever. All right.
Okay, so now I think basically
We're at 39 minutes. We're still not even gotten through.
from 2007 on,
Yeah.
from 2007 to say, I'm going to say 2000, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
He's like, basically,
2007 to present day,
he's Shah Rukh Khan did.
he's been on a downward slope.
Yep, that's what I
Right?
said.
Because the next movie is not
All right,
much better.
Let's go.
After Earth.
Oh, God. This is equally his fault as much as it is his son's, as much as it is M. Night's. And, just pointless movie.
But
I
let's-
don't think I've finished watching it even.
I have
That's
not.
how bad it is.
Let's move on.
Okay.
He had a bit part in Anchorman 2.
Oh, I've not seen Anchorman 2.
He's in it. Oh, it's a. You should
Yeah?
see it. Are you a fan of Anchorman 1?
Dude, it's a classic.
So then, yes, definitely see Anchorman.
Okay, cool.
All right,
cool,
I'll give it.
cool.
I won't
Alright.
give it away. It's a tiny. It's like a
Yeah, like
cameo.
how they do all the cameos.
Yeah, there are a bunch of cameos. He's one of them. It's great. It's
All right.
fun.
Neat. All right.
Focus.
I have seen it.
And yeah, exactly.
Very
That's-
possible.
Yeah, that's what I
Like, as in, like,
yeah.
it's a good little thriller.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
This movie completely went under the radar for me. 2015's Concussion.
Also not seen it.
Yeah.
Is it about football?
Sure.
American
I
football.
have no
is it?
idea.
I've not seen it. Yeah, this is the one I've missed.
I never even heard of it until I swiped up right now.
Yeah, I've seen Focus was
Okay.
good though, man. It's all right.
And then comes everybody's favorite Suicide Squad.
Oh, dude, this is the one.
I think it embodies everything about the guy in that this movie is just hinging on him and he manages to keep it together enough to win a freaking Oscar.
Him and Margot.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, she
But
holds
it's like,
a big part of the film.
if
as
he
well.
wasn't there, then this movie would be completely indefensible.
You know what's so bizarre? It's so bizarre to think that Suicide Squad has Will Smith and Jared Leto's Joker in the same movie, but we don't really think of it. I think of it as two separate like parts. You know, like I mean, they're not in the same scenes together, I suppose, but like. It's bizarre to imagine that they're both in the same universe, you know? Like Batman is in this movie and Will Smith is also in this movie.
All of these are valid points.
Think about it. Will Smith has a scene with Batman.
All of these are very valid points,
Thank
Tejas,
God.
but I don't think about this movie.
Yeah, it's insane.
I actively
I'm thinking
remove
about it
from my
now.
memory.
You're thinking about it now because
Yeah.
of James Gunn, so yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And I am the future's bright if James Gunn can get his hands on Will Smith.
Yeah.
I am
Wow.
nothing would make me happier.
It'll be good.
Nothing would make me happier.
Yeah.
And then
Keep going.
the last time we saw him was 2017's Bright.
No, you missed Collateral
What
Beauty.
I mean? Oh, sorry, 2016 also had. So they had Suicide Squad and Collateral Beauty.
Yeah, which I didn't watch. Basically, it's about how he's visited by the embodiments of like love and time and space and all that jazz. Yeah, so it's like a Scrooge Christmassy thing, like a Charles Dickens scene. I think
sounds
this is
like
my.
a Cloud Atlas vibe.
Hey, Cloud Atlas is a good movie. It's an underrated film.
It's about 2 hours too long.
Yeah, so what? Sometimes masterpieces.
And I'm saying this as a huge Tom Hanks fan.
Yeah, have you seen it?
I have.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
And
There's
2 hours too
there
long.
is something in that movie which I really like. Just like the whole idea of it. Anyway, moving on.
So the last time we saw our boy was.
You mean the last
in,
time you saw? Because I haven't seen Bright.
Oh, likewise.
Oh, then that's definitely not the
Wait,
last.
we reviewed this on our show. Who the hell reviewed this?
No, we didn't review it.
Somebody did.
Dinkar must have reviewed it with Siddharth.
Dinkar and Sid?
Yeah, potentially.
Cool.
I didn't see it.
So if you want to know how good that movie is, listen
wait,
to that
you
episode.
weren't
I
on
guess.
you weren't on that episode. I was just wondering who did that
I
episode with Dinkar. Okay,
This movie did not.
all
Really
right.
interest me.
All right.
Or didn't interest me, rather.
Now we get to the fun stuff.
Okay.
All right, Will Smith. What's he up to now, dog? We have about 5 minutes to get through it.
Here are the things that are in production as far as we know.
Yes.
Aladdin.
Very excited
And
about
the
Aladdin.
funniest thing about Aladdin, the teaser trailer just dropped yesterday
Yes.
at the time of recording.
Yes.
And the only actor credit is Will Smith.
And he's not even in it.
And yeah, it's a voice actor credit, right? Because he's the genie.
Wait, once
Isn't he just voice acting because he's a genie?
No.
Oh, is he actually in it? I don't know. We haven't seen it.
Friggin' better be.
I don't think he's in
I
it.
have been so excited for this movie.
Because he's a genie. Like, they can't, like...
What?
That's a lot of effort.
One sec. Okay, even animated, like, they made him look like Robin Williams, right? Like, the genie looks like Robin Williams, even in the animated movie.
Ish.
Of course he does.
No, I wouldn't.
Bro,
Nah.
he's got the same face. Okay, like if you made Robin Williams a Disney animated character and also you had to play a genie, he would look like him.
I don't think so.
Dude, it has so much of his expressions in it. Anyway, my point is, I would be friggin' pissed if Will Smith's face is not the genie's face and he's not mocapped or at least acted in some form or fashion in this movie. That's impossible. I refuse to admit it.
Janam, we have 5 minutes left in this episode. Can you investigate upon this?
I refuse.
And come back to us with your findings.
I'm going to say this. I will not watch this movie if Will Smith is not in it.
I think it's just an anime. I think it's just a voice thing. Anywho,
no, I refuse.
Okay.
Guy Ritchie, if you can hear this, change the movie now.
Here's the other thing. So he's doing that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Bad Boys 4, Bad Boys for Life has been in
Bad
talks.
Boys 3, Bad Boys for Life.
Sorry, Bad Boys 3, Bad Boys for Life has been in talks for like donkey's years.
But it says 2020. There's a poster as well.
That's nice, but a lot can happen since a poster is made. Between the time of poster and release. So yeah, all we know of is Bright 2 is also potentially in the works.
What?
Yeah, Bright 2, Aladdin,
not Too Bright 2,
Bad Boys 3, and Suicide Squad 2.
Too Bright, Too Furious.
So he's involved with a bunch of sequels and remakes.
Suicide Squad. Is he confirmed for Suicide Squad 2? I don't think so.
No, he's not, because
it could be anybody.
Nothing is confirmed about Suicide Squad 2.
Right.
So at the moment, I think he's still in his Shah Rukh Khan streak.
Yes, he's in a... No, but I'll tell you where he is excelling. I will give you. So his YouTube content is really, really entertaining. And it is really cool. He is doing a lot of stuff. That's one thing. The second thing he's done is this show called... One Strange Rock, which is on National Geographic, with Darren Aronofsky as the producer, showrunner, and producer.
David Attenborough that thing, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's actually really entertaining. It's very different from Planet Earth, so don't get confused by that. It's like a bunch of interviews with a lot of like credible scientists and astronauts talking about the Earth from a very different perspective than Planet Earth. Obviously, Planet Earth has got to do with the animals and wildlife and nature and stuff. This is about like the structure of the planet and its place in the universe and things like that. So it's very, very interesting. And Will Smith obviously does a really good job as the narrator, and his face is in it, which is good. And if you can get him in a Nat Geo documentary with his face in it, you can surely get him in a big Disney movie, is what I'm trying to say. And the other thing is, he doesn't say "Welcome to Earth" in that. I'm very disappointed. The show is about Earth and he doesn't say Earth. So yeah, that's my 2 bits on it.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
He's also doing an Ang Lee movie coming out in 2019 called Gemini Man.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well. I love Ang Lee, so I think it'll be good.
Don't know too much about it.
Yeah.
Other than our boy Clive Owen is also in it.
Man, that guy's underrated, dude.
He also fell off the radar for a long time.
Man, he's done arguably one of the best movies I've ever seen, which is Children of Men. Yeah.
Anywho,
yeah.
So, all right, let's get to the meat of the matter.
Yes. Which is what?
The top 5.
Top 5. Let's do it.
I think I would be surprised if any on your list is post 2005.
Okay, I'm gonna say which are my. Are we saying top 5 Will Smith films like empirically, or are we saying like what is our personal favorites?
Yeah, your personal favorite. I don't care about
empirically. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Nice word drop.
What?
It's a nice, it's a good word.
It's a good word.
It's at least a double word score, if not triple. All right.
Yeah. So, okay. Cool. I think we want to start from 1 and go to 5, or 5 to 1, right?
I don't think it matters. Just
okay. Cool.
5.
I'm going to say my favorite Will Smith movies. Okay. Definitely iRobot, because it's Asimov and Will Smith, and that makes me happy. And and it's a good story. And there is something in that plot about like the ghost in the machine, which is a theme that I always love about AI kind of becoming sentient, and that's brilliant. And I love that movie. So iRobot definitely on my list. Hitch has to be on my list because it's part of my childhood, and I love that movie because it's about a good man trying to set good people up, even though they may not look very attractive. And as somebody who subscribes to that theory a lot, trying to find good people and give them the chance to find, people who they would not necessarily meet in their daily lives, like Kevin James and his, the person that he's trying to woo in that movie. So I think Hitch is definitely in my list. It's got a great message, and it's a good little look at New York, which I love. So that's number 2. Number 3, I don't know if I have well, what else has he been good at? I mean, he's been good in everything. I mean, it's not like I don't like anything else.
Okay, not top 5, top 3 then.
Okay, and then, Independence Day, of course, man. How can he not? This is the number 1, I want to say. But like, iRobot has a special place in my heart, I think.
In order for me,
Yeah.
Independence Day, Men in Black 1, Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah. Good list. Yeah. Solid.
Good talk, good talk.
Wait, 1 second. Which was number 1?
Independence Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was number 3? Men in Black.
Sure.
Men in Black
Men in
1?
Black, Men in Black and Hitch. Oh, not Hitch.
Wow.
Men in Black and
your
Pursuit of
feelings
Happiness.
betrayed you.
Pursuit of Happiness. Which, if you think about it, is what Hitch is about.
Actually, happiness, not money happiness. Sorry,
Money
Chris.
happiness is also important.
Yeah.
Food is nice.
Food is great. Sustenance is great.
Crying in a bathroom is pretty shitty.
Okay, all right.
You can cry in the bathroom for both reasons.
So, what is your favorite Will Smith movie? Why don't you guys tell us? Those of you who are listening, please write into us, contactgeekfood@gmail.com. And you can find us on social media at GeekFoodHQ on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And also, come for our Halloween party. It's very exciting. It's called Super Scary Awesome. It's on the 31st at Above the Habitat in Car in Bombay. And come dressed up as your favorite Will Smith character, if you will. Come as Deadshot.
I could just come as a man in black.
A man in black?
Yeah, I could be Agent J. Boom.
Oh,
That was
nice.
easy.
A man in black.
That was easy.
A man in black is also, from the Dark Tower.
Isn't that also a Daniel Radcliffe movie?
Yeah, it's a bunch of things. What?
Daniel Radcliffe horror movie?
Oh, yeah. No, that's... Yeah,
Woman in Black.
A woman in black, yeah.
Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
Thanks.
Good catch.
I'm here all night.
You're not, but...
No, I'm leaving in like 5 minutes. I gotta go.
All right, cool. So that's our episode. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you, welcome to Earth.
You nerds.
Do you have a night routine? Well, everyone has one. And the to-do list usually looks like this. Brush your teeth, set that alarm, get into your pajamas, and switch off those screens. But here's one more to add to that list. Tune into the Positively Unlimited podcast for a dose of positive action and tips on how to build powerful mindsets. Episodes out every Monday on the IVM Podcast app, ivmpodcast.com, or wherever you tune into podcasts.
Give me a word या कोई भी लाइन कुछ भी हो सकता है यार क्या कहा आपने टोपी ओके मोहन जोशी hated wearing टोपीज he felt suffocated in them टोपी पहनते ही उसे स्कूल की याद आती थी where of course he had no choice but to wear a टोपी but जिस दिन पास आउट हुआ उसी दिन उसने अपनी टोपी का bonfire बना दिया and since then he'd never worn a cap or a hat ना कड़कती धूप में and not even to bacho from the thandi. But from Monday 26th February, Mohan Joshi had to wear a topi all the time. Why? Because if he didn't, everyone around him knew exactly what kya soch raha tha. They knew that he was wondering how the girl in the yellow churidar would look bina kapde ke. They knew when he was calling the boss a sadela tomato. They knew everything. पर ये सब हुआ कैसे? अरे भाई यही तो स्टोरी है और ये स्टोरी आप ही ने मुझे दिया by giving me the starting word. यही तो है The Croc's Tales. Words आपके, कहानी आपके लिए. Catch the stories on Monday and Thursday on the IVM website, app, and anywhere you get your podcast from. See you soon.